name is Brittany Roger and I'm the digital specialist at the Maryland SPCA. I was walking through the kennel and I stopped dead in my tracks as soon as I saw him looking up with those pound puppy eyes. I went into the kennel with one of our kennel techs and we played with him and cuddled him and he gave us lots of kisses.
When Sugar first came into the shelter, he was in pretty rough shape. He was just this large, severely overweight dog that just had a lot of mobility issues, and he was just covered in these like little tumors all over his body, and it kind of made it hard for him to get around, and like even getting in and out of the kennel was a struggle for him.
For Mr. Sugar, he came in and he did need a dental, and he had a few lumps also, but because he was a larger guy, it really wasn't too safe to anesthetize him.
Sugar needed foster because he was such a long ways away from being medically cleared. Getting Sugar in the car was a challenge. Getting him out of the building was a challenge. But thankfully, we did have a doggy ramp in stock at the shelter, and he was very patient with me. The first night that I brought Sugar home, I couldn't wait to give him a bath. As much as he hated his bath, he loved being toweled off. For the first month or so, he was quite sedentary. He just cozied up on the dog beds and enjoyed it when we spent time with him. In the beginning, Sugar's weight loss plan was pretty straightforward. He was on a prescription diet and I encouraged him to get more steps by tossing the individual kibbles around the room, and he got to explore his space a little bit more and burn off some of those calories at the same time.
For his foster, he was sent home with a medication called Denamarin, and Denamarin basically helps with keeping his liver healthy. He had to come in for weekly weigh-ins, which he wasn't too excited about getting on the scale every week, but he was a champ and he did it anyway and got lots of scratches on his butt afterwards.
He usually lost 2 pounds a week. Every time we went back up to the office from the exam room, it was like a training montage. On his way back and forth from the exam room, he loved trotting around the offices, getting lots of hugs and kisses from everybody. Once Sugar was mobile, it was harder to keep him on his diet because anything he could reach, he would eat. And I had to call the foster hotline a couple of times. He had lost enough weight that it really positively affected his mobility and his confidence. Once he was able to be mobile, that's when he realized he had a passion for sniffing and he couldn't stop exploring the world around him. I was scared when Shuggy went into surgery, but he did great. After Sugar's surgery and he finished his medicine, in a celebration I posted on Facebook, and immediately Courtney commented that she was falling in love with Sugar, and they immediately applied and got an interview. It's easy to appreciate that Shuggy sleeps through the night and goes potty outside and gets along with other animals. I wanted somebody who was going to appreciate that he eats toilet paper and you need to keep the door closed, or that he'll pile up under blankets and dog beds and you don't know where he is. And Courtney was definitely the person who could appreciate his quirks as well as his easygoing personality. By the time Shuggy got adopted, he needed another bath. I tried to tell him that I wanted him to make a good impression on his new mommy, so he went along with it and he went home smelling great.
Oh my goodness, it's so nice to meet you. Oh. We're so excited for you.
He had a little fan club by the time he was adopted, and everybody came out to say goodbye to him as he trotted home with his new mom, and it was very emotional. He He was a really, really special guy. I think dogs like Shuggy have this incredible resilience. He started out needing a lot of help to do really basic things. You knew he must have been in pain, but he didn't really let it on. And it was beautiful to watch his confidence and his zest for life evolve and grow and flourish. Once he figured out what he could do, his thought was, what else can I do? And dogs like Shuggy are really inspiring.